So now what do I do? Well, I guess there's only one thing. There's something I'd like to know. Are you real? Can you feel?
Hello, gorgeous angels. I can't wait to share my new deck with you guys. In Between Tarot. So, yeah, let's take a look at this In Between Tarot, shall we? And see what this is all about. So, there is no pictures on here really showing what the cards look like aside from what's on the cover. So, I'm not sure what we're going to see here, but definitely sounds like something that could add a lot of layers to a tarot reading based on the in-between. It might pose more questions than answers, I feel, but we'll see. We'll do a reading at the end. So, in between, this plastic is still sticking to this box. All right, let's see what we have. In Between Tarot. So the guidebook is just sort of standard, sort of thin book here. In Between Tarot, major arcana, symbols and references to wands, pentacles, cups, and swords. So pretty standard. And then we get into Spanish and other languages. So we only got like about, I don't know, a few pages of English. Okay. So here's a cover card. This is the back side. Cool. Very cool. Let's take a look. Oh, we got another cover card here. Okay. The Fool. Look at it, says Fool and the Magician on the other side. So it kind of tells you what comes before it and what comes after it. So now we know what it means in between. Ah. Interesting. Okay. So Magician and High Priestess. I guess it gives you a good idea of the situation and what the next sort of phase would be, and something sort of transforming or transitioning to another stage for those who are still learning tarot. Okay, that would make sense. Images seem a little blurry to me for some reason. Could just be because of my need for glasses, but let's see. Here I see High Priestess and Empress, and this is the High Priestess. Why doesn't it talk about the one before it? Like, this seems almost redundant, you know? It says High Priestess, High Priestess, and then the next card would be the Empress. Why would it not show the Magician here on the back of it, and then High Priestess and then Empress? That doesn't make sense to me. All right, well, it is what it is. Empress, and then it says Emperor. And they're coming together. Is that what's happening here? Sorry, I'm very slow here. The Magician meets the High Priestess. Yeah, okay. The High Priestess meets the Empress. Okay, I kind of get it. It's a mishmash. Sorry, I am very slow. Empress meets High Priestess. Okay. Empress meets Emperor. Okay. Emperor meets Hierophant. That's what's on the cover here. Hierophant meets Lovers. Lovers and Chariot energy. Chariot and Strength energy. Strength meets Hermit. Hermit and Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, Justice. And Justice and Hangman. Hangman and Death. My goodness. That's some intense Hangman. Death and Temperance. Wow, that's beautiful. Temperance and Devil. Crazy. Devil and Tower. Wow. Tower and Star. Star and Moon. Moon and Sun. Cool. Sun and Judgments. And Judgment and World. And World and back to Fool. That's cool. Okay, I think I get it. I think I get it. So, Ace of Cups and the 2 cups. 2 cups, 3 cups. 3 cups, 4 cups. 4 cups, 5 cups. 5 cups, 6 cups. That's cute. 6 cups, 7 cups. 7 cups, 8 cups. 8 cups, 9 cups. 9 cups and 10. 10 of Cups back to the Ace of Cups. It's cute. She looks pregnant there. Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. Wowzers. And the King of Cups and the Page of Cups. That's very, very cute. So cute. Okay. Ace of Coins. And the 2 of Coins. Then we got the 2 of Coins and 3 of Coins. Votes for women. 3 of Coins, 4 of Coins. 4 Coins, 5 of Coins. A 5 to the 6. Wow, 6 to the 7. It's all about women's rights. 7 to the 8. 8 to the 9. 9 to the 10. 10 to the Ace of Coins. Page of Coins, Knight of Coins. Knight of Coins, Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins and the King of Coins. King of Coins and the Page of Coins. Interesting, isn't it? Wow. Okay. Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands. 4 to 5. 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. And we have the 10 of Wands and back to the Ace. Here we have the Page to the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Wands to the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands to the King of Wands and the King of Wands to the Page. That's very cute. And here we have the Swords. So Ace of Swords to the 2 of Swords. Wow. 2 Swords to the 3. So it's sort of this journey that these characters go through. 3 to the 4. 4 to the 5. 5 to the 6. 6 to the 7. 7 Swords to the 8. Oh my goodness. 8 of Swords to the 9. 9 to the 10. 10 to the Ace. Page of Swords to the Knight. Knight to the Queen. Queen to the King, and King of Swords to the Page. Wow. Very intense, very different. This will be an interesting reading, I think. This might take a little bit to shuffle here, so you guys can definitely skip ahead. Okay, if you want, while I shuffle, and I'll do a reading here, what you need to hear or know at this time. For the viewer spirits, what are they needing to hear or know right now? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of the viewer. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good. Thank you so much for this message. Maybe get one more bridge shuffle here. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of the viewer. What is this message? Nope, it doesn't feel right. Feel energy on here. I need to shake off. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of the viewer. One more. Okay. Wow. The Emperor. Look at that. Aries energy. Emperor meets Hierophant. Hierophant's all about tradition, commitment, values, structure. We could have a divine masculine who is sitting in some form of hierarchy or some form of structure. Maybe he is in an in-between stage here of going to review or take action on what he values or some form of commitment. The sun is rising, so maybe he's getting clarity about what he values, what he wants to commit to. I'm getting Leo energy, Aries energy, and Taurus energy from this card. And we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so Seven Cups is all about different choices, options. You know, it could be very confusing when there's no certainty, no clarity. And so we have no real direction. And so Seven Cups could sometimes be like the lack of committing to something or the need to commit to something, to choose something to commit to. And maybe we're getting clarity about what choice do we have here to close out any sort of uncertainties here. Yeah, the sun, which I was really feeling here. So there was a lack of clarity or a lack of not seeing. We have sun meets judgment. Judgment's all about coming into some revelation, some understanding, awakening, greater purpose, which is all Hierophant energy. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So we have justice as well. So things were unjust or stuck. I feel like somebody wants to change the course of direction, or things were going unjust from something that was muddled, from not choosing to being more clear about what they value. Yeah, look at this Hierophant coming out. So this is Hierophant meets Lovers. So they could be really reviewing their level of commitment, and it could definitely even appear as though someone who's going out of single state, you know, or like playing the field, or like settling down, or who they want to commit with here, and change their life in some way or get clarity around this, because Justice and Hierophant could talk about a marriage, like a legal marriage, but this could just be symbolic of a commitment to a lover or a choice to commit to something greater in our life. And maybe we've been sort of just, I don't know, squandering our time or energy or effort in life. Could be anything. For a lot of you guys, it could be definitely a relationship, but for others, maybe it's just a taking something serious or having to really sit and come into judgment about what we want to do, what makes us happy. Page of Swords, yeah, come to understand. Some of you guys might be really contemplating going back to school, or yeah, like school to pursue something that gives you more meaning. It could be somebody who wants to come forward to communicate about next steps of commitment here. But definitely someone is trying to understand a greater truth. And here we have the Queen of Coins and the Knight of Coins in reverse. Well, it's the Knight of Coins, but the Queen of Coins shows up on the other side here. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So this is a stuck energy, but this is also practical energy here. Yeah. So take what resonates here. Some of you guys this could definitely be your energy in regards to feeling stuck, feeling like you might want more for yourself, more money, more resources, or more that something that can give you more, offer you more, be more abundant for you. And you're contemplating what you do for a living, or, going back to schooling, or like committing to something greater, giving more purpose and going down that path. Really contemplating that beginner mind sort of thing to get things going, because maybe your life was going in a different direction or seems kind of squandered. For others of you guys might be dealing with somebody, an emperor here. Okay. This is all about getting empowered in our own world and not sort of being at the mercy of our situation and circumstances. This person feels like things aren't moving in a direction potentially that they want anymore. And so if things were kind of confusing, or they just needed to make a choice here, it would require walking away from something with this Eight of Cups in order to go and commit to another path. And they could be considering marriage or a formal commitment to someone and understanding what this would look like, because things have been very stuck here and not progressing. You have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. And this is in reverse. So a lot of you guys, it is about love. And some of you guys, it really just talks about your passion in regards to what speaks to your heart. Doing what you love to do is really driving you, and you're not aligned with what you really love. And so we haven't been moving truthfully or honestly in a direction that really touches us. And so this person is coming into awareness or getting clear or really reviewing this so that they can commit to this path and take action on it. Most importantly, how do I take action on this? How do I make this happen? How do I get empowered? Yeah. So beautiful, easy reading for you guys, beautiful angels. I hope you guys enjoy this. These cards are interesting. Yeah, I do like them. They took a bit to sort of wrap my head around them, but I kind of get what's going on here. But like I said, they just add another extra layer into the reading. So I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye-bye.